Hello you lovely people and welcome to First Impressions, the show where I, TwitchyTopHat, talk about an animated show and give you my first impressions on it. Here's how it works. I give the show a watch for at least 3 episodes while taking notes. At the end of this video, I will use the arbitrary emotion scale that has been tested in multiple scientific labs with science, and I'll let y'all know what I thought about it, if I can watch more, and if I can recommend it to you guys. Okay, I know I'm a little late to this party, but recently Disney has been doing great in the cartoons department, starting off strong with their revival with Gravity Falls, a huge risk with regards to content, themes, and only being 2 seasons long, but it did prove to be a huge success. I believe Disney is trying to make a huge statement about where they want their TV cartoon show lineup to go, and it is looking really promising. With Gravity Falls, they seem to have gained the confidence to take risks with their cartoons. Now don't get me wrong, this cute little Mickey Mouse cartoon is fun to watch, but really lacks any true substance. Then you have shows like Gravity Falls and Star vs. the Forces of Evil with depth and complexity, and just from the success that those shows have seen, it's clear what we, the audience, want. We want more serious stories in our cartoons, not boring or melodramatic stories, but stories that are taken seriously by the writers, animators, and networks. Now, the reason I believe Disney is trying to make a statement about the direction they want their cartoons to go in is because of one particular show that they just rebooted, DuckTales. Which is also the title of this video, so you already knew that. You see, back in the old classic cartoon days when the dinosaurs walked the earth and I had to walk barefoot uphill both ways in the snow to watch my cartoons, Disney was not doing so hot in their animated TV show department. They were the undisputed kings of animated movies, for sure, but they barely even touched TV cartoons, and I have no idea why. But it was likely because at the time, creating a cartoon was risky, expensive, and often not worth it financially. This is why you had shows like Scooby-Doo, which honestly looked like absolute garbage. Okay, that was a bit harsh, but they had to save money and cut corners, meaning they had to reuse animations and backgrounds and really limit character movement. Then, for whatever reason, Disney stepped in and made DuckTales. What a game changer. At the time, you had shows that looked like this, shows that looked like this, and then whoa, a show that looked like this! It was lively, really well animated, unique, and such a high action show for the time. And needless to say, it was an enormous success, and basically started and kicked off not only the Disney cartoon renaissance, but the entire landscape of animated shows that we know today. They proved that not only could cartoons look great, but they could be worth it with the time and money to make it as an investment, inspiring other networks and studios to give it a try as well. Thanks to Disney, the quality of cartoons in the era rose dramatically, and now we see the great stuff that we see today. So this is what I mean by Disney making a statement. They know how successful and loved the original DuckTales was, and by rebooting it, they're basically saying that they're so confident in the quality of this show and how it will affect the future of their TV cartoons that this is the show they choose to reboot. It also kind of feels like Disney is giving the middle finger to Cartoon Network, like they saw Teen Titans and Powerpuff Girls and Ben 10 train wrecks and decided to show CN how it's done. Want more proof on how confident Disney is with this show? Well, they released the entire series premiere online for free in HD on their YouTube. This alone is fantastic for a network to do, but it's also very promising. If Disney is this sure that their show is going to be a smash hit, then I'm really looking forward to it. Well, they say the first impressions are the most important, so let's go do this. Okay, the first thing I noticed was the art style. Now usually I talk about the intro first, but my immediate thought was, wow, this looks awesome. The art director is none only than Sean Jimenez, the same guy who did art direction on Gravity Falls, and wow, it shows. Where to begin? First of all, this show looks so stylized. It could have easily been another generic flash animated plastic looking brightly colored fever dream, but no. The art direction for the show decided on a classic Disney comic book feel, right down to the textures, and it looks so cool. It really sets the show visually apart from the other things airing, and it looks so clean and thought out. The colors are cool and pretty, and the character designs are perfect. And I love stylized shit like this, so when it comes to first impressions, I can certainly say with the art style alone, it floored me. Alright, now it's time for me to talk about the intro. As you guys might know, one of my favorite parts of a cartoon is the intro. I just love the feeling of getting pumped or excited by hearing a song, watching the opening visuals, and knowing I'm in for a good time. You may also be aware of just how iconic the intro is for the original DuckTales. So how does the new one compare? Wow, okay, this might be one of my top favorite intros now, no joke. It's fantastic. They kept the classic song but updated it a bit with a beat and chose a female singer rather than a male one. This allows it to sound brighter and more exciting than the original. Everything about this intro is great. It shows all the main characters and establishes what's going to happen. It introduces the ongoing conflicts with Scrooge, and it shows off the villains. Just look at it. Look at the colors and the movement. Google it and hear the music, as I can't play it for copyright reasons. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. fantastic. This intro is everything I wanted it to be and more. But what about the characters? I'll admit, I didn't grow up with the original DuckTales, so I gave a few of those old episodes a watch before watching the reboot. And one of the things I did not like there were the characters. Sure, Uncle Scrooge and Mick Bad Guy Duck were fun, but the Huey, Dewey, and Louie characters in the old one were basically interchangeable. I felt they completely lacked individual personalities, and I still have no idea which one is which. And with character design, it didn't help. The only thing really different was the color of their shirts. Also, the absolute worst character in the old one was Webby. What a pandering mess.
Oh boys, tea party time! Not now, Webby!
Question of course is, does the reboot do it better? Oh yes, the answer is yes, by the way, yes, a lot. It does it a whole lot better. And I'm gonna go tell you why. First off, each of the characters have unique personalities, and I can actually tell the triplets apart. This one's Huey, this one's Dewey, this one's Louie. Oh, and by far, the biggest character improvement has to be Webby. In the old series, she was awful. In this new one, she's basically Mabel from Gravity Falls, which, I mean, isn't unique, but it's still pretty good. Another cool thing that I noticed with the characters was the voice acting. The people voicing these characters breathed so much life into them.
Every day we're out there making DuckTales. Woo!
Of course, the little kid ducks come off sounding a little too much like 25-year-olds.
Good morning, Uncle Donald. You can't wear this to your job interview.
And yeah, it sounds a bit off, but despite that, I think they're doing a great job. Whoever plays Scrooge and his nemesis do an especially great job, and same with Webby. Fun fact, the same voice actress who voices Sadie in Steven Universe voices Webby. It's about as awesome as it sounds. Other characters expected to be a thing include Darkwing Duck, Goof Troop, and possibly even Tailspin characters, according to the voice of Dewey Duck, Ben Schwartz, because these characters have a shared universe back in the Disney afternoon days. Another really cool thing that Disney did was release those little Meet the Character videos on YouTube. These are little cute snippets of each character's day and do a lot to introduce them. I don't remember seeing another cartoon utilizing online video quite like this, and I love it. I want to see more networks doing stuff like this. Oh, and also, after episode 2 in the series premiere, we get this character and a story bombshell.
Mom?
Overall, I absolutely adore the show, and I am beyond impressed. I can say with confidence that I not only can recommend this to anyone, but I will certainly be watching more, and I can't wait for what other cartoons Disney puts out in the future. This has been TwitchyTopHat, and have a great rest of your day. Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked what you saw, then go ahead and check out my other videos. And if you really liked what you saw, then you can click on this magic red box of goodness and the bell of endless glory to be notified when I upload more content. I hope y'all had a great Christmas and New Year's. I've been talking with a good friend of mine, and he might be making a YouTube show to be premiered on this channel. It'll be about the styles and techniques and applications in animation, particularly with, video games, and why certain video games choose certain kind of styles for animations, and why certain, animations are existent in game design, and why it's so important, stuff like that. It sounds pretty fun. I'm gonna help him produce it. I'm gonna help him edit it. It might take a while, but it'll be here. Anyway, the next video is already in the works, so I'll see y'all there. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas.